Happy Friday, everybody. So I know I haven't been very present. It's interesting. I've been talking about social media a lot with my group and talking about being consistent, and that's the number one way to get ahead on social media is like literally to just show up. But the truth is, and I just like being transparent, that this last weekend I was in Alabama. And in Alabama, I was shooting an event, and I was, of course, a speaker on that event too. And I have been editing video for several days, and this is the busiest time of year for my business. And it was interesting. I was talking to someone today actually, and we were talking about how busy it is this particular time of year. And I said, when I shared this with him, I thought, I need to share this with my audience. And the thing I shared with him is, as I said, if I was really to make the list of all of the things that I could be working on or all the things that need to be done, I could easily get overwhelmed. But the truth is, I don't have time for that. I don't have time to be overwhelmed right now, because when you get overwhelmed, it's paralyzing. I mean, you just sit there and you're just in this area of, oh my God, I don't even know what to do next. And it's scary and it's just crushing. So my big tip is, there's just no point. There's nothing to be gained by being overwhelmed. We all get it. There's 100 things that you could be doing at any moment in time. But what I told him on the phone was, I said, if I really sat down and thought about it, I'm sure I could get overwhelmed. I don't have time for that. So instead, when I wake up in the morning, I just take one step at a time. That's it. That's all I can do. I can only work on one thing at a time. And so I just need to kind of look at that list and find out what is the most important. And I really do try to structure my business and my life that I'm not crisis management. I don't like doing crisis management. I mean, things are going to happen. If something happens, you have to act on it immediately, of course. And it can go ahead and it can shift everything else that you have going on. But in a regular day, when you've got this whole pile of stuff, none of it's going to get it done if all you do is just sit there and be overwhelmed, and be paralyzed by it. So just my big tip of the day is just one step at a time. And I just wanted to be able to show up this week and just, I'm here I am. I'm going to, so this is fun. I have another tip for you, because I also believe very strongly that when you work hard, that you should reward yourself. And so for me, I've been working a lot. So like Monday, 10:30 at night, and then pretty much every night this week until about midnight. And so I got a project done. Actually, I've got videos exporting back in my office right now. And I know that this is, it's kind of, this is not going to be good, but I just decided to join the Platinum Fitness gym because they have some deal going on. So I'm sitting in the parking lot. There's the Planet Fitness right there. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not going in there to work out. Should I be doing it? Yes, but then, okay, we might get overwhelmed if I do that. I'm going in there because I joined the gym because they've got those massage chairs. So I am going to reward myself for working really hard this week, that I've worked hard, I've achieved a lot, and that's also feeds back to this overwhelm thing. If part of being overwhelmed, I believe, is that when you just don't see a finish line, and you don't see, so there's no end in sight. It seems like it's going to be forever, and that as soon as you get one thing done, that you get a whole pile of other things. But I am a strong believer in celebrating small victories, because what happens if you don't celebrate the small victories? If something big happens, you have no practice. So I will reward myself, and this is something really small. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to spend 20, 30 minutes just rewarding myself with a massage chair thing, where you put the coins in and whatever. And I'm gonna use that as my little victory walk for, I worked hard. I deserved a little bit of a treat, and that's how I'm gonna treat myself. And so that way, the next thing, whether it's tonight, or because I've got some more work to do tonight, whether it's tonight or whether it's tomorrow when I wake up and I'm still going to have the rest of my giant to-do list, then I can feel like I'm not in the drudgery of it forever. I can feel like, there's a little bit of a reward here somewhere along the way. And it doesn't have to be big. You just have to be able to appreciate yourself and reward yourself a little bit. And then it's not so scary. Then it's like a competition. Hey, when I get this next thing done, I'm going to go get another massage for 10 or 20 minutes, whatever the case may be. So I guess my question of the day is, I hope that this is very helpful for you. I really do. But if you have some other suggestions, I mean, how do you deal with having overwhelm, or, this monster to-do list, or your busiest times of years? How do you handle the overwhelm? Or, conversely, how do you reward yourself when you make those achievements? So anyway, this has been fun being here with you guys today, and just go ahead and drop in a comment or two, and I'll check after my massage. I will check and see what people have to say. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day Friday. I also hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.